Hello, once again, the marathon continues from our Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Our Strat-O-Matic Baseball one and done 18 tournament continues. One team's been eliminated. If you watched, you know who. If not, go back and check it out. It's up to you. It's a free country. Alrighty, let's move on. Here we go. Game number 2, round 1. And that pits the 70s decade team, fan-created, Cincinnati Reds versus the 2017 Arizona Diamondbacks. Aren't they spooky? A spooky little girl like you. Alrighty, let's get to the lineups here. And we'll give you the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks lineup first. I will be once again managing the 70s decade teams, Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, for the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2017, A.J. Pollock, and he is playing center field. Batting second, playing left field, David Peralta. Batting third, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Sounds like a beer. Goldschmidt beer. Batting cleanup. And if you're a Diamondbacks fan, hopefully not going out like a lamb, Jake Lamb. And he's playing third base. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Chris Iannetta. Iannetta. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Chris Owens. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Brandon Drury. Oh my God, I hope I don't have to say that name 10 times faster. Drury. Drawing. All right. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Chris Herman Munster. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Zach Greinke. In 2017, 17 wins, 7 losses, 3.20 earned run average, struck out 250. On the hill for the Cincinnati Reds, decade of the 70s, fan created. It was really nice of the person to create that league. And again, these teams are created using the free agent all-time file, so it is a average of their actual career, not one actual season. And I'll explain that in a second. You can see Jack Billingham. They say 1968. If you look it up in Baseball Reference, most likely that is his rookie season, as that's what it seems. I've checked these cards out because I also have the free agent file, and he averaged 13 wins, 10 losses, 3.83 earned run average, striking out 104. Behind the plate, Hall of Famer Johnny Bench at first, Hall of Famer Tony Perez at second, Hall of Famer Joe Morgan at short, excellent Davey Concepcion, excuse me. At third, all-time hits leader, who should be in the Hall of Fame with, a little plaque saying banned from baseball for gambling, Pete Rose. George Foster's in left, Cesar Geronimo's in center, and Ken Griffey Sr. is in right. So A.J. Pollock will lead off, and in the chat, once again joining us is Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Check out that wonderful channel, Retro Sports Replays. He's got a Red Sox Carl Yastrzemski replay, a Patriot Rob Gronkowski replay of their careers, Bobby Orr for the Bruins, and Larry Bird for the Celtics. And also, if you don't like Boston or New England teams, and why don't you? You should. It's America. Okay? You should love Boston. He has an Ichiro replay, and that starts off with the Seattle Mariners. All fun stuff. And you get to meet Mr. Brody and Miss. Oh my God, I went brain dead. The cat's name. Miss Mags. Oh, more coffee. Hold on a second. Anyway, check out that wonderful channel, Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. Good people. Good people. Alrighty, so A.J. Pollock steps to the plate. Pollock, 266 with 14 homers in 2017. He's looking for the 3-6 column. Billingham on the mound. Bench sets the target, and the ball game is on its way. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And he gets a 3. This is good for AJ. And a 6, possible double. He needs a 5. It's a 6. That's going to be a deep fly ball to Foster. He catches it at the warning track, 1 down. Billingham breathes a sigh of relief. Stepping to the plate, David Peralta. The left fielder batted .293 with 14 home runs last year. And this pitcher came with the download of the decade season, so it's not crisp, but it is the proper stadium. I don't know how to load stadiums in Strat-O-Matic. If someone knows, please tell me. And plus, it's a pain to set up all these other things. It's not easy to set up. Set up the stadiums at proper distances and everything. At least I didn't find it easy when I tried to adjust one. All right. Peralta's looking for the 3-6 column. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Peralta. He gets a 4. He needs a 2, 5, 6, 12. He gets a 3. That's a fly ball out to Griffey. Range play. 20-sided dice roll. He needs a 3 or lower. He gets a 9. That's an F2. And a 10. I think Griffey will make this catch. And there goes the ball out there. Griffey ranges over. And that's out number 2. So 2 down, no one on. And here comes Paul Goldschmidt beer. It sounds like a beer. Goldschmidt beer. If you want to get hammered quick, drink Goldschmidt beer. All right, Paul Goldschmidt batted .297 with 36 home runs. Let's see if the power-hitting first baseman can bring the pain to Billingham. Billingham's ready. He deals. Goldschmidt looking for the 2-6 column. It's a 6. Oh boy, this is good for Goldschmidt beer. And a 4. It's a 12. And that's going to be a bounding ball towards Rose. He fires over to Perez. Side retired. So Goldschmidt got his column. Just didn't get the good split there. And now on the mound is Zack Greinke. As we stated earlier, he went 17-7 with 215 strikeouts last year. Behind the plate is Iannetta. Goldschmidt at first, Drury at second, Owens at short, Lamb at third, Peralta in left, Pollock, Pollock in center, and Herman in right. Pete Rose to lead off. Rose in his overall average of things in his career, .303 with 7 home runs. Greinke picks up the sign from Iannetta. Here's the pitch to the all-time hits leader. He needs a 1-5. He gets a 4. This is very good for Greinke. Rose needs a 2. He gets a 6. And that will be a swing and a miss. Strike out. 1 down. Here comes Ken Griffey of the Big Red Machine. Corners playing in. Griffey, an excellent bunter. Greinke's ready to work. He deals to Griffey, looking for the 2-5 column. It's a 4 again. This is very good for Greinke, and that's an 8. And that's a swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down via the K. Joe Morgan steps to the plate. Can Greinke strike out the side? Morgan, .271 for his career average, 17 homers. He's looking for the 1-5 column. Iannetta sets the target. Here's the pitch to Morgan. He gets a 2. This is good for Morgan. And a 7. Morgan will work a walk. So no 1-2-3 inning for the Diamondbacks and Greinke. And here comes a very dangerous George Foster. Foster, .274, and he averaged 26 home runs per year in his career. Morgan, 70% chance of stealing. And we got to take a chance at that, as Iannetta has a 0 for an arm. 1 through 14, he'll be safe. 39% chance of getting a lead. We're going to attempt it in the first inning. And Greinke looks Morgan back, so good job by Goldschmidt and Greinke. We'll call the steal attempt off now. So Foster will get a chance to grip and rip with Morgan at first. Foster's looking for the 3-1 column. The windup and the pitch by Greinke. He gets a 5, not bad for George. He needs a 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets a 6 and a 13. That ball's driven to center field. Pollock racing back, reaches up and makes the catch. Side retired. Foster just missed his pitch. Top of the second, no score. Billingham back on the mound for the Reds. He'll face Lamb, Iannetta, and Owens. Jake Lamb, 248 with 30 homers in 2017. His columns are 1 and 6. Johnny Bench wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch from Billingham. It's a 6. This is good for the Lamb. And a 5. And Lamb goes the other way. He singles to left. Leadoff runner on. 1 through 13 base runner. Here comes Chris Iannetta. The catcher batted .254 with 17 homers. Concepcion and Morgan, excellent double play combination up the middle for the Reds. Iannetta looking for the 2-6 column. Here comes the pitch to Iannetta. It's a 3. He needs a 6-7 here. And he gets an 8. And he goes down looking. Strike 3. 1 out, 1 on for Chris Owens, the shortstop. Owens batted .268 with 12 home runs in 2017. Billingham deals quickly. He's looking for the 1-6 column. It's a 4. He needs a 2, 12, 5. And he gets a 12 possible home run. The split is a 12. He drives that ball deep to left center field. That's bye-bye birdie. The Diamondbacks take a 2-0 lead on Billingham and the Reds. Wow, did Chris Owens crush that ball. Here comes Brandon Drury. 1 out, no one on. If you're thinking back-to-back jacks, Drury had 13 bombs. .267 batting average in 2017. Right-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Jack Billingham, who just gave up a 2-run bomb. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Drury, looking for the 2-6 column. It's a 2. This could be more pain for Billingham. And a 9, possible triple. And it's going to reach the gap. It's cut off quickly by Geronimo. And Drury will cruise into second. He fought about 3, but he held. Hello, what's blazing in sports, my friend? Hope all is well with you. Another wonderful channel. Great boxing knowledge with T-Dub. And that his channel is What's Blazing in Sports. Check that out. He just said, just watch The Avengers. Was awesome. So you should do, I know you do boxing, but you might want to do an Avengers movie review without spoilers. Or you can do spoilers and just tell people there's spoilers. Did you take the little man with you? All right, 1 out, runner at second. Here comes Chris Herman Munster. He had 10 homers, but he only batted .181. Billingham would like to get him and then Greinke, the pitcher, to get out of this inning and keep it a 2-run deficit. Here's the pitch to Herman. Needs a 6-3 column. He gets a 1. He needs a 2, 4, 10, 12. He gets a 3. That's a ground ball to first. Perez takes it to the bag himself, and Herman is injured on the play. And he'll be out for the game, so the computer will make the proper adjustment. Moving over to third with 2 outs now is Drury. And here comes Zach Greinke. Look at those eyes. Someone drug test him. So Greinke, chance to help his own cause. Billingham deals to his counterpart. It's a 5. He needs a 2-12. He gets an 8. And another ground ball to Tony Perez at first. Side retired as he flips to Billingham. But the 2-run homer by Owens puts the Diamondbacks ahead 2-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Due up for the Big Red Machine Decade team. Bench, Perez, and Concepcion. Back to the chat with What's Blazing in Sports and T-Dub. What's Blazing in Sports is I did one with spoilers on my other channel, LOL. Not as good yet. And yeah, took the little man. He must have loved it. He must have loved it. And What's Blazing in Sports is my other channel is called T-Dub TV. I will have to check that out. I don't know if I'm subscribed to that. I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you for telling us that. I'm glad the little man enjoyed it. Father-son time. That's awesome. All right, here's Johnny Bench. In his career average, .267 with 27 round trippers. Bench looking for the 3-5 column. Greinke deals to the Hall of Fame catcher. And he gets a 4. Bench needs a 2, 9, 12. He gets a 7. And that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the knee. Cheese, as Chris from Strat-O-Matic Delaware would say. Check out that wonderful channel. Also, check out Bleacher Bums Gaming with Anthony. And, of course, check out ID Gesture. That's another wonderful channel. Broke Black Man 94 for movie and TV reviews, as well as Phil the Issues Guy and JD and Johnny Indie Boots. All great channels. Tabletop Baseball with the two Earls, another wonderful one. Baseball Demos and Combat Painter. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but this is a marathon. I'll get them all in. So 1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez. Looking for the 2-3. He gets a 3. Perez needs a 4, 5, 6, 7. He gets a 10. That's going to be a hard hit ball to Owens. He'll throw over to Goldschmidt for out number 2. And looking to keep the inning alive is the red shortstop, Davey Concepcion. Concepcion's career average, 267 with 6 homers. Concepcion needs a 3-5 column. Greinke picks up the sign from Iannetta. Iannetta sets the target. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. It's a 2. Concepcion needs a 2, and that's going to be a painful hit by pitch. And he gets a 6. That's a ground ball to Drury. He'll flip to Goldschmidt. Side retired. Go to the top of the third. 2-0 Diamondbacks in this one-and-done tournament. Jack Billingham will face the top of the order. Pollock, Peralta, and Goldschmidt Beer. Pollock's 0 for 1. Billingham gets the sign from bench. He deals to Pollock, looking for the 3-6. It's a 3. It's a good AJ column. And a 7. Hard hit ball to Concepcion. He backhands it. Fires to Perez for out number 1. Here comes left-handed batting David Peralta. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Billingham. It's a 1. This is good for Billingham. And a 6. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. Now bring up Paul Goldschmidt Beer. He is 0 for 1. He did have 36 home runs in 2017. Billingham's hoping to make the Beer flat. He kicks and fires. It's a 2. This is good for Goldschmidt Beer. And a 6. That's a 17. That's a hard hit single. Foster cuts it down before it gets down into the corner and holds Goldschmidt to a single. He's got an excellent chance of stealing, 70% chance of stealing with Perez holding him on. And here comes Jake Lamb. Lamb's 1 for 1 with a run scored. He scored on the homer by Owens. Let's see if they sent Goldschmidt. He tries to get the lead. And Goldschmidt is off on the pitch. Bench will throw down. We need a 15 or better. And it's a 14. Goldschmidt slides in under the tag to the protest of Davey Concepcion. Bench is upset with the call, but Goldschmidt steals the base. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. Chance for Jake Lamb to add to the cause. And here's the pitch to Jake. He needs a 1-6. It's a 3. He needs a 2-5-6. He gets a 7. That will be a hard hit ball to Concepcion. He'll throw over to Perez side. Retired. Goldschmidt will be stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Thank you very much, T-Dub. I appreciate the comment in the chat. As T-Dub says, hit that like button. We always do like if you could smash that like button. Not just for me, but all the friends of the channel, such as What's Blazing in Sports and Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. He says, it's good stuff here. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, due up for the Cincinnati Reds, Geronimo billing in the top of the order, Pete Rose. Cesar Geronimo's career average, I keep saying yearly, 258 with 5 homers. He does hit right-handed pitching better than left-handed pitching. Corners in against the bunt. Geronimo's a pretty good bunter. He's looking for the 1-5 column. Iannetta wiggles the fingers. Greinke's ready to work. Here comes the pitch. And it's a 1. This is good for Geronimo. And a 7. It's a 1. And that's going to be a single up the middle. So Billingham comes to the plate, and he will bunt Geronimo over. 86% chance of success. Here's the pitch. He squares. He puts the bunt down. Goldschmidt charges it, barehands it, throws to first for the out. Wow. Billingham almost had himself a bunt base hit. Advancing to second is Cesar Geronimo. 1 out. And here comes the all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball. Should be in the Hall of Fame. You know, I know he's banned from baseball, but he should be in the Hall of Fame. We could have a plaque banned from baseball operations, you know, for gambling. It's ridiculous. Should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't get it. Anyway, here's the pitch to Pete Rose. He is 0 for 1. Rose looking for the 1-5 column. And that ball is going to get away from the catcher. Bounces off Ionetta's shin guard. Wild pitch by Greinke. Geronimo advances to third. Reds are 90 feet away from scoring their first run. Can Rose come through? We shall see. Greinke kicks and fires. It's a 2. This is very good for Rose. And a 5. And that's a 20. He drives that ball deep to center field. Pollock on the run at the track. Reaches up, makes the catch, bangs into the wall. Will Geronimo score? Yes, he does. It's 2-1. As Pete Rose will be credited with a sacrifice fly and a ribby, so 2 outs, base is empty. Reds pull to within 1, and here comes Ken Griffey Sr., father of, wow, I forgot his name. Ken Griffey Jr., my God, same name. How do you forget that, Al? Drink another sip of coffee. How are you going to get through this marathon? Okay, I'll take that. Father of Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey, career average for homers was about 10 a year. If he jacks one out here, it'll be a tie ball game. Corners in to protect against the bunt. Greinke gets the sign from Ionetta. Here's the pitch to Griffey Sr. looking for the 2-5 column. It's a 3. Not bad for Griffey. He needs a 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. And he gets a 4. Possible double. It's a 7. Griffey will drive that ball, and that's going to gap Pollock and Blanco. Get down to the wall, and Griffey will have a 2-out double. He'll be in scoring position. Chance for the Reds to tie this game. As the crowd goes wild here, and here comes Joe Morgan. Clinton Parks has joined us in the chat. Another wonderful baseball channel. Check out Clinton Parks. National Pastime 3 and Digital Diamond Baseball. Morgan over no official at bat and walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Joe Morgan. Looking for the 1-5 column. It's a 6. He needs a 2-6. Looks like Greinke could get out of this inning. It's a 7. It's a ground ball to Drury. Can he make the play? 6 or under, and it'll be a base hit on the 20-sided dice roll. And it's a 19, so that's looking good so far for the Diamondbacks in a 9. I think this inning's over. Drury should make this play, and they'll strand Griffey at second. Drury comes up with the ball, throws to Goldschmidt Beer side, retired. The Reds do get 1 run on the Pete Rose sacrifice fly. It's now 2-1. We go to the top of the 4th. 2 up for the Diamondbacks in this one-and-done marathon tournament, consisting of 8 teams. Ionetta, Owens, and Drury to face Jack Billingham. Billingham gave up a 2-run bomb to Owens in the top of the 2nd. Ionetta 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Chris. Looking for the 2-6. It's a 6. This is good for Ionetta. And a 7. And a 7. And that's going to be a single up the middle, as 1 through 19 was a single, and he drew a 7. So a leadoff single for Chris Ionetta, who's not very fast at all. And here comes Chris Owens, 1 for 1 with a 2-run blast off Jack Billingham. Corners playing in. Billingham pays no attention to Ionetta at first. He picks up the sign from bench. He deals to Owens. It's a 3 and an 11. Ground ball to Perez. And he takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. But advancing to second is Chris Ionetta, so that works just like a sacrifice. 1 out, Ionetta in scoring position against slow as dirt. And here comes Brandon Drury. He has doubled in 1 at-bat. Billingham nods his head. Here's the pitch to Drury. It's a 6. This is good for Brandon. And a 7. This is going to be a single. That ball goes to left. Will they send Ionetta? No, they hold him. Foster, -1 arm. Ionetta 1 through 9 base running. They don't take a chance. Runners on the corners, 1 out. And coming to the plate is Gregor Blanco. 246 with 3 home runs in 2017. Hello, JD's jumped in the chat to join us in this merry marathon until Al gets tired. And I'm not going to get tired, I'm telling you right now. Check out that wonderful channel. JD is posted today discussing books. I'll be looking at that later. That's JD, moderator extraordinaire, author extraordinaire. How goes your editing on your book? All right, 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Blanco, looking for the 2-6 column. It's a 6. This is good for Gregor. It's a 10. Possible single, a 5. And that ball is going to be a line shot, dropping in front of the center fielder, Geronimo. and it's now a 3-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Drury advances to second and stops. Blanco's at first, and here comes Zach Greinke. My God, look at those eyes. They're spooky. He has what you call not Betty Davis eyes, but Halloween eyes. Greinke's probably bunting. Corner's playing in. Here's the pitch to Greinke. He squares the bunt. He puts it down. Billingham charges, but Bench gets to it first and fires to first base. And they get Greinke, so there's 2 outs, but runners advance to second and third. Base hit should score 2. Blanco's a 1 through 15 base runner. Top of the order, A.J. Pollock. He is 0 for 2. Again, one and done tournament. Reds have some action in the bullpen. Here's the pitch to Pollock. It's a 4. He needs a 2, 12, 5. He gets a 9. This is a ground ball to Davy Concepcion, and that is as good as you are out, hopefully. No hits there, as that's a 14 G1. Now he's hoping for an error, and that's not going to happen. So Concepcion will throw over to Perez. And that's out number 3. The Diamondbacks do get a run, but strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-1. The 2017 Diamondbacks over the 70s decade fan-created team Cincinnati Reds, which most of the players are from the Big Red Machine. Foster will lead off, followed by Bench and Perez. Foster is 0 for 1. Let me quickly go to the chat. Clinton Park says, just thought I would say hello. Got a crash. Heading to South Station tomorrow. Washington, St. Premark, North End, Mother Ann's, and Bova Bakery. My God. Then back to South Station. That sounds like a full day tomorrow, Clinton. Hopefully before the Sox game ends. Then JD says, book discussion is postponed, not enough hits on the video. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry about that. Editing is slow on his book. Working on looking for a house and newer vehicle. Well, good luck with that. What is the book that we're going to be discussing? Maybe I read it. Is it Game of Thrones? I read 5 of them. I don't remember them all, but I did read them. Will, and what's your opinion where George R.R. Martin step away from the buffet and finish the next book? All right, here's Foster. He's 0 for 1. He's looking for the 3-1 column. Greinke kicks and fires. It's a 1. Can Foster bang one out? It's a 7, and he works a walk. So a 3-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Foster's at first. Tying run comes to the plate. Johnny Bench. Bench has pop. 27 home runs he averaged for his career. Bench looking for the 3-5 column. Foster's not going anywhere. Iannetta wiggles the fingers. Greinke nods his head. Here's the pitch homeward bound to Johnny Bench. It's a 2. He needs a 4. He gets a 9. And he's going to pop that ball up towards left. Is this a foul ball thing? And he just misses the homer as he steps back in the box. And now he'll pop out to first. I hate when Strat-O-Matic does this. And Goldschmidt makes the catch. They shouldn't do the whole long fly ball, foul ball thing. It's useless, to tell you honestly. I mean, if they did that, what they should do is then give you a chance to come back and re-roll. But they already tell you it's going to be an out. There's no suspense in it. I mean, it's silly. All right, so 1 out, 1 on. Here's Tony Perez. In his career, he averaged 23 homers. One swing of the bat, he could tie it up. Perez digs in. Here's the Greinke offering. He's looking for the 2-3 column. He gets a 1. He needs a 2-3-12. He gets a 4. And that's going to be strike 3 looking. Good job. Couldn't pull the trigger. Zach caught the inside corner of the plate. Perez didn't like the call, but now there's 2 outs. And Davy Concepcion, the shortstop, steps to the plate. Concepcion's 0 for 1. Foster will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Davy, looking for the 3-5 column. It's a 1. This isn't too bad for Concepcion. He needs a 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. He gets an 8, and that's bad. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at the knee. Cheese, as Chris from Strat-O-Matic Diller would say. Side retired, top of the 5th. The visiting Arizona Diamondbacks 3. The hometown Cincinnati Reds of the 70s 1. Billingham will face Peralta, Goldschmidt, Beer, and Lamb. Let's go to the chat real quick. D-Tub TV in the house just came in, stumping the like button. Thank you very much, T-Dub TV. That's T-Dub's movie and TV review channel. He has an Avengers spoiler review on there, so check that out. I'm going to check that out later. I don't mind spoilers. I like to know what's going on. Information is power, my friend. Peralta's 0 for 2. Billingham kicks and fires. It's a 3. This is good for Peralta. And an 11. Possible home run here. And he's just going to get it. That ball's jacked to right. Griffey just turns and looks. It is 4 to 1. As that could be the day for Billingham as he is getting bashed to bejesus. Wow. Again, the Reds quickly work in the bullpen. 4 to 1. Here comes Paul Goldschmidt Beer. He's 1 for 2. Bench has a word with Billingham, now back behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. It's a 5. This is good for Billingham. And he can't even get any luck there. It's a 2, as it's going to be a foul. I hate when they do this. Foul ball, and now he walks. Really, Strat-O-Matic Baseball, get rid of that. That's nonsense. If you do a foul ball and you want to keep it in there, let the person re-roll. That would make it more exciting. Same thing with the rare plays. Make it a real rare play. If it's going to just be a regular play, don't call it a rare play. You know? It's silly. Goldschmidt's at first. Excellent chance of stealing. Lamb's at the plate 1 for 2 with a run scored. Here's the pitch to Lamb. Goldschmidt not going. It's a 2 and a 10. That's a fly ball out to Cesar Geronimo, who's an excellent fielder. He has a beat on it, and he makes the catch 1 away. Now bring up Chris Iannetta. And Chris Owens is on deck. Remember, he had a 2-run blast off Billingham back in the top of the second. Iannetta 1 for 2 with a run scored. Concepcion Morgan looking for a double play. Billingham kicks and fires. There goes Goldschmidt, but he can't get the jump. Quickly goes back to the bag. Good job by Billingham and Perez holding him on. Now Billingham's attention goes to the plate. He deals to Iannetta. It's a 3. Iannetta needs a 6-7, and he gets a 2. Ground ball to second. Morgan has it. I think the only play will be to first. And that is it. He fought about 2, but got the sure second out at first. Goldschmidt advances to scoring position with 2 outs. And here's Chris Owens 1 for 2 with the 2-run homer. Owens digs in. Here comes a Billingham offering. It's a 1. This is good for Owens. Can he do it again? It's a 9. And that ball's going to be over Foster's head as he races, trying to cut it off. That's going to get down into the left center field, and Goldschmidt will score. Owens has a double and is another RBI as it's now 5 to 1, and that's the day for Billingham as Drury's 2 for 2 off of him with a double. We're going to go to the pen here. The Big Red Machine Decade Team 70 is not doing too well against the 2017 Diamondbacks. And we're going to go to Pedro Barbone. Where's Pedro? Did I click on the wrong team? I did. Wrong team. We're going to go to Pedro Barbone. Where are you, Pedro? Pedro. Oh my God. The computer, I didn't even look. The computer didn't put him active? Wow. I should have checked that out. I mean, I wanted to go to Pedro Barbone. He's not even, the computer didn't active. He's not on the active roster. That's stupid. Alright, let's see what we have here. Drury is a right-handed batter. So we're going to go to Simpson, who's tougher on righties. He's not that good, though. I might go to Yoon. 385. Hall 327. Simpson's not good. Mosca 422. Sarmiento 348. There's no tomorrow. I could bring a starting pitcher in. I could bring Gary Nolan. And if somehow we come back and win, Gullett could start the next game. We're going to be bringing Gary Nolan. That's who we're bringing in. Billingham's day is done, and it was not a good one. So Gary Nolan will come in. Let's just give you Billingham's numbers. I'm not going to make this big. It'll be small on your screen. Billingham is responsible for the runner at second. He only went 4 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs. All of them earned. He gave up 2 home runs, one to Owens, and the other one, where are the home runs here? Peralta. He struck out 5 and walked 2. Oh, no, that's Greinke, excuse me. He struck out 2 and walked 1. Greinke so far, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 5. So Nolan comes in the game, and his career average, he was an 11-win, 7-loss pitcher, 3.08 earned run average, striking out 103. Looking to get the final out here against Brandon Drury, who was 2 for 2 off Billingham with a double. Nolan's done with his warm-up tossings. Bench has a quick word. Now back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Brandon Drury. Runner at second, 2 outs. It's a 2. This is good for Drury. And an 8. And a 7. And that ball is bye-bye, dead center field, no doubter. That's a 2-run blast. Another home run for the Diamondbacks. It's now 7-1. Silence from the crowd here in Cincinnati. Nolan comes in to put out the fire, but that wasn't water in that bucket. It was gasoline. Here's Gregor Belanco. He's 1 for 1 with a ribby. This Reds team is just totally dejected. Here's the pitch to Blanco, looking for the 2-5, and it's a 2. As the good times keep rolling for the Diamondbacks, and a 7 possible single. But that's 18. That will be a line out to Perez, and mercifully, this inning is over for the Cincinnati Reds. They go to the bottom of the 5th. They trail by 6, 7-1 Diamondbacks. Greinke on the mound, and he will face Geronimo, then a pinch hitter for Nolan, and then Pete Rose, the top of the order. Let me quickly go to the chat once again. JD says, all right, Al, I'm out, man. Going to relax. I'll let you know when that discussion happens. Thank you very much, JD, for stopping by, and take care, my friend. Health and happiness. God bless. And check out JD's channel, author and big Game of Thrones fan. Are you going to do the Dwarves game anymore? That RPG game? I like that game. I like making a bowl of popcorn, watching you play that, and we all made decisions together. That was fun. All right, Geronimo's 1 for 1. He scored on the sacrifice fly by Pete Rose. Corners playing in for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch from Greinke. It's a 5. Geronimo needs a 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 10. He gets a 6, and this will be a single up the middle. Line drive drops in front of Pollock. Ooh, we got a chance to go for a double. We're not going to do it. We're down 6 runs. No. So a leadoff single. Here's Gary Nolan. I'm not keeping it. I'm going to pinch hit. Everyone's available in a one-and-done tournament. So let's see. We got Bobby Tolan. 265, 8 home runs. 48 RBIs. Dan Dreesen. Tolan's a 1R, so he hits righties. What's Spillman? We're going to go with Tolan. So Tolan will come in to pinch hit for Nolan. Try to keep the ball rolling, as we'll say. Here's Bobby Tolan. Let's just take a look at his card. So Tolan, his career average, 265 with 8 home runs, 48 RBIs. He looked like played a lot of different positions, so he was a fine utility player. Probably started on, if he played on other teams. I don't know much about Bobby Tolan. So, I mean, I'm familiar with the name because of all the baseball games I play. 20% versus, oh, that's kind of cool. I never noticed that. 20% versus lefties, 80% versus righties. So that's his hits. Interesting. Not that he has an 80% chance. He just gets his hits mostly against righties. Tolan looking for the 1-5 column. Greinke takes a peek over at Geronimo. Now he sets and deals. And it's a 2. So Tolan needs, it's not bad for Tolan, needs a 2, 4, 5, 11, 12. He gets a 5 possible home run, and that will be a pinch hit blast to left center field, and it's going to be a 7-3 ball game. The Reds aren't dead. Tolan's pinch hit home run brings hope to Cincinnati. Wow! Bobby Tolan comes through in the clutch. Good job by me. We get get to the top of the order with no outs now, and Pete Rose comes to the plate. Greinke a little discouraged there. Rose is 0 for 1. He had the sacrifice fly that knocked in Cesar Geronimo. Greinke deals to Rose. It's a 3. Rose needs that miracle 11. He gets an 8, and that will be a line out to Goldschmidt. He hit it hard, but right at Goldschmidt, beer at first. 1 down. Ken Griffey Sr. steps to the plate. Father of who? I remember this time, Ken Griffey Jr. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Griffey digs in. That left-hander's batter's box. He awaits the Greinke offering. Pitch comes homeward bound. It's a 5. Senior needs a 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. He gets a 7. Strike 3 looking. So the promising inning now has 2 outs. Reds trail by 4 thanks to the 2-run homer by Tolan that brought them closer, but they need to get more. Here's Joe Morgan. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Greinke kicks and fires. It's a 4. Morgan needs a 2. He gets a 7. Guess what that is? Strike 3, inning over. The Reds do score 2 on the pinch hit homer by Bobby Tolan. And we need a pitcher. We're going to go with .385. What's Norman? 364. Grimsley 381. Hume 385. All right. Hall 327. Tough on lefties. How do I look? Oh, God. Let's go to visitors. Who's up? Greinke to lead off. He's a lefty. Then they go righty, lefty, right. You know what? Let's go back here. We're going to go with Hall. So Hall will come into pitch. Bobby Tolan did come through in the... Why can't we put Hall into pitch? Oh, I got to do it over here. There we go. So Hall comes in. Tom Hall, his career average, 5 wins, 3 losses, 3 saves, 3.27 earned run average, striking out 79. And he's going to face his counterpart, Zach Greinke. Here's the pitch to Greinke. It's a 4. Unbelievable. Greinke could get a hit here. And a 6. An 11. And Greinke joins the hit parade with a double as he splits Foster and Geronimo. That's going to get down and get to the wall. So Greinke helps his own cause as he goes jogging into second. Tom Hall did not get the JOB done on that. We go to the top of the order now, and it's A.J. Pollock. Pollock's 0 for 3. This could be Hall's last batter here. The windup and the pitch from Hall. It's a 2 and an 8. Ground ball back to the pitcher. And he throws the first for the out. Greinke does not advance. So 1 out, 1 on for David Peralta. He hit a home run off Billingham, chasing him pretty much shortly thereafter out of the ball game. As Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, wonderful baseball, retro, and other sports channel, says in the chat, again, that's Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, Big Red Machine needs repair. It sure does. Here's the pitch to Peralta. And that ball is going to get away from Bench. And Greinke advances to third. As Bench threw down there. But Greinke slides in safe. That's a wild pitch for Hall. Infield moves in. They cannot give up any more runs. And we're only in the top of the 6th, 7-3 Diamondbacks. Hall takes a deep breath. He kicks and fires to Peralta. Oh my God, did he throw another wild pitch? In the dirt again. And coming in to score is Greinke. It's now 8-3, so Hall implodes on the mound. Not what the Reds were looking for. Bench is absolutely disgusted behind the plate. Hall's got to get these 2 outs now. At least this one. Once again, he sets and delivers to Peralta. And it's a 4. Lots of good stuff there for Peralta. And a 9. Ground ball to Davy Concepcion, which is usually money for an out. Only thing that can hurt him here is an error. The first roll just means you're going to be out. It's a 20. Here's the second. It's a 14. Concepcion will smoothly field this ball and throw over to Perez at first for out number 2. And here comes Paul Goldschmidt. And that's going to be it for Hall. As he got 2 outs, but 2 wild pitches cost the Reds a run. And Simpson will come in to face Paul Goldschmidt. Wayne Simpson, career average 6-5, no saves, striking out 59, walking 53. Probably not a good choice, but he is tougher on righties than Hall. Let's see if he can get this batter. Hopefully to keep the Reds a 5-run deficit. Here is the pitch to Paul Goldschmidt Beer. It's a 4. Not bad for Goldschmidt. And a 9. And he will get Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Diamondbacks get another one. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Diamondbacks with a commanding 5-run lead. 8-3 over the 70s decade Reds. Due up for the Reds, Foster, Bench, and Perez. They have to get something going against Zach Greinke. Greinke did give up that pinch hit home run last inning. 2-run blast from Bobby Tolan. Foster's 0 for 1. Greinke deals. It's a 1. This is good for Foster. And a 7. Foster works a walk. Here comes Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is 0 for 2. He's hoping to get some of that frustration out of those 2 wild pitches by jacking one out of the ballpark. Goldschmidt holding Foster on. He's going nowhere, down by 5. Iannetta sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bench. He gets a 2. He needs a 4. He gets an 11. Ground ball, shortstop B. I believe they get the lead runner on this, and Bench will be safe at first. And that is what happens. Owens flips to Drury. No, they don't turn 2, though. And that brings up Tony Perez with 1 out. Bench at first, 1 through 12 base runner. He'll be staying put. Goldschmidt holding him on. Here's the pitch to Perez, 0 for 2. That's a 1. He needs a 2, 3, 12. He gets a 6. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs. Bench will be off on contact. Davy Concepcion, the smooth fielding shortstop, is 0 for 2 at the plate. Here's the pitch to Davy. It's a 5. Not bad for Concepcion. That's one of the columns you want. He needs a 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets a 9, and guess what that is? Strike 3, inning over. So Greinke is dealing. He had that hiccup with the 2-run blast to Tolan. We go to the top of the 7th, 8-3, 2017 Diamondbacks. Chances to advancing in this one-and-done tournament 2nd round looking good for Arizona. Simpson back out on the hill. Oh my lord, Lamb is a +6. Is a 6R. Yeah, against righties. So Simpson will not pitch to him. We're going to go with Grimsley, who will come in to pitch. As they have lefty, righty, righty, right. Jesus. Wow. No tomorrow. Grimsley's coming in to pitch for the Cincinnati Reds. Ross Grimsley, career average 12-9, 3.81 earned run average, striking out 71. It's good for 45 pitches. Here's the pitch to Lamb, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Looking for the 1-5. It's a 4, and it's a 6. The hit parade just continues for Arizona. He singles past the dive of Perez into right. Lead-off single net for Lamb. 1 through 13 base run. That brings Chris Iannetta to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Concepcion and Morgan desperately want to turn 2 here. Grimsley kicks and fires. It's a 6 and a 7. Fly ball, to center field. Geronimo has a beat on it, should handle it. Is out number 2. Retreating back to first is Liam. Here comes Chris Owens. He's 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies. He has a homer and a double. So far, player of the game, in my opinion. Again, Concepcion Morgan looking to turn 2. Grimsley picks up the sign from bench. He deals to Owens, and it's a 5. Not bad here for Owens. 5 through 8 is good, and he gets an 11. This is a fly ball out to Foster in left, and 6 or under, and Owens has a hit on the first 20-sided dice roll. And it's a 2. It will be a double, and an 8. He possibly could get his 4th RBI here, as that ball will get past Foster down in the corner. And let's see if they send Lamb or they hold him up. Nope, they hold him. With only 1 out, they don't want to force anything. So second and third as Owens' hot hitting continues. And Brendan Drury steps to the plate. He's 3 for 3 with a homer. Doesn't get any easier. Grimsley, 1 out. We need to play the infield in. Where's the... Infield will play in. We cannot give up any more runs. Drury digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Here's the pitch from Grimsley. It's a 3. So 2, 5, 8, and 12 are good for Drury. He gets a 7. Ground ball, shortstop A. I think this should be an out, holding the runner at third. And it is. So Concepcion, with the infield in, quickly looks to third, then fires Perez, who got back to first to cover the bag. So 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal. Clutch pitching by Grimsley and good play by Concepcion on the hard hit ball. And that brings up Gregor Belanco 1 for 2 with an RBI. Bench wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Blanco. It's a 6. He needs a 3, 4, 5, 10. He gets a 3 and a 13. And that's a ball going out to right field. Griffey Sr. is there. He makes the catch. Side retired. So Grimsley comes in, does his job. Has Take Me Out to the ball game. It's played. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for the home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. The trivia question, as I didn't realize that covers the whole screen when it comes up. Who has the highest season on-base percentage of .609 in Major League history, set in 2004? Who has the highest season on-base percentage of .609 in Major League history, set in 2004? That sounds like an Ichiro thing, but was he in baseball in 2004? I think he was. I'm going to say Ichiro. Let's see if Chris from Higher Ground Gaming's in the chat still. Nope. He's going to bed. He said night owl and everyone. All right, so let's see what the trivia question. I say, you know what? Could it be Barry Bonds? No, let's see. I'm going to go with Ichiro. Barry Bonds. I should have went with the second one. I knew it. I just thought of it because he got walked and he broke his own record of 581 in 2002. I should have went with, I changed the Bonds and I went back. Story of my life. Due up for the Reds, Geronimo, then a pinch hitter, and Rose. Geronimo's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Greinke, 96 pitches, good for 113. Here's the pitch to Cesar Geronimo. It's a 6. He needs a 2 or a 6. He gets an 8. That's going to be a ground out to Drury, 1 down. Here comes Grimsley. Well, the pinch hitter. Grimsley won't bat. Reds trailing by 5, 8-3 in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Greinke's a right-handed pitcher. And we're going to go to Dan Dreesen, who will pinch hit. Dreesen, career average 267, 12 homers, 61 ribbies. So here's some pop in his bat. Can they get the same luck they had with Bobby Tolan, who hit a 2-run pinch hit home run? Here's the pitch to Dreesen. He needs a 3-1 column. He gets a 1. Come on, Dan. It's a 4, and he's just going to miss the home run as he flies to the wall. Blanco makes the catch. Out number 2. Oh, Dreesen almost had a pinch hit home run. 2 down. Greinke breathes a sigh of relief, and here's Pete Rose, 2 outs. Rose 0 for 2. He does have an RBI with a sacrifice fly. He needs a 1-5 column. They need to get this ball rolling. Get the conga line around the bases. Greinke has been able to stop that. He had that one hiccup, the 2-run pinch hit homer to Bobby Tolan. Here's the pitch to Rose. It's a 2. Good column for Rose. And a 7. And he needed a 1. Instead, it'll be a deep fly out once again to Blanco on right. Catches it at the wall. Side retired. So the Reds had a chance for 2 homers. Instead, they fly out deep to right to Blanco. And then we have to put a pitcher in. And it's going to be, check out the visitors. Hume will come in to pitch. Here's Tom Hume, him with the big glasses. His career average, 5 wins, 7 losses, 9 saves, 3.85 earned run average, striking out 51. Good for 32 pitches. Greinke's 1 for 2. He has a double. Hume deals to Greinke. It's a 5. My God, look at that horrible column for Hume. And it's a 6. And guess what? Greinke gets his second hit, a single to left. Greinke is a hit machine. The hits just pile up. Diamondbacks now have 14 hits compared to Cincinnati's 4. The big red machine needs some oil. Here's A.J. Pollock. He is 0 for 4. Can the Reds turn 2? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Pollock. It's a 4. And a 4. Oh, can't even see it. Ground. Let's just go okay. Let's get the result. And it's going to be a 12 pop out and a 12. So Ben should handle this play as it's a pop out. Johnny Bench. 1 down. Greinke still at first for David Peralta. He's 1 for 4 with a homer. That home run came off Jack Billingham. Hume kicks and fires. It's a 3. This is very good for Peralta. And a 5. And that's going to be a double the other way down the left field line. Foster can't get to it. That's going to roll to the corner. Greinke, they're going to send him 1 through 14. He is safe. We need a 15 on the relay throw. So Foster throws to Concepcion, fires to the plate, not in time. That's the 9th run for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Peralta advances to 3rd on the throw, and he picks up his 2nd ribby. It's now 9-3, as it's looking good for the Diamondbacks to advance to round 2 in this one-and-done 18 tournament. Paul Goldschmidt's at the plate. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt-Beard. It's a 1. He could get a hit, and a 9. Ground ball to short. Concepcion's up with it. Fires to first for the out, but Peralta scores. As we did play the infield in. 10-3. Here comes Jake Lamb. He's 2 for 4. Pitch homeward bound to Lamb. It's a 2. Could this be another hit? We shall see. It's a 6. Ground ball to Morgan. He backhands it, flips to Perez. Side retired, but 2 more runs come in at the top of the 8th for Arizona. They now lead 10-3, and the Reds are 6 outs away from elimination. Got to get the bats going. Greinke's given up 3 runs on only 4 hits. The big blow, coming by Bobby Tolan, pinch hit 2-run homer. Griffey's 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch by Greinke. It's a 4. Tremendous. He needs a 2. He's not going to get it. He gets an 8. Guess what that is? Another strikeout. Swing and a miss. 1 away. Joe Morgan 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. It's a 5. Morgan, possibility here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. He gets a 7. Guess what that is? Swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the knee. Cheese, as Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware loves to say. So 2 outs, bases empty. Foster's 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Can George Foster get his boomstick going? Here's the windup and the pitch to Foster. It's a 2. No, he will not. And guess what that is? That is a fly ball to left. A foul ball first. And then a fly ball. Again, Strat-O-Matic, please get rid of this. It's stupid. And there's out number 3. Peralta makes the catch. If you're going to have a foul ball, let the person re-roll. So we go to the top of the 9th. Yoon on the mound. He will face Iannetta, Owens, and Drury. Iannetta 1 for 4 with a run scored. The windup and the pitch to Chris Iannetta. It's a 5. Iannetta might get a hit here. Tremendous column. That's a horrible pitcher's column. And a 2, and he works a walk. Bullpen action again. Here's Chris Owens, 3 for 4 with a home run, and he has driven in 3 runs. He's doubled twice to go along with that home run. Reds looking to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Owens. It's a 5. They're not going to turn 2. It's a 3. Oh, at least it's a fly ball to left. Foster's going back, and he makes the catch. Let's see what Iannetta does at first. He bluffs but does not go. There's Brandon Drury. He's 3 for 4 with a homer. He has 2 RBIs and a double and a single. He's a triple away from the cycle. Can he get it? We shall see. Here's the pitch. It's a 5. He might get it. And a 7. And a 13. And that's a line shot. Rose makes the leaping catch, robbing extra bases of Drury. So 2 outs. Iannetta will be off on contact. Gregor Blanco comes to play. He's 1 for 3 with a ribby. Here's the pitch to Blanco. It's a 5. He's got a shot here. That's a horrible pitcher's column for you. And an 8. It's a 10. 9, excuse me. It's a 10. And that will be a deep fly out to Geronimo. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Greinke looking for the complete game victory here. He has a 7-run lead. And due up in this last-ditch effort, the last stand for the 70s Cincinnati Reds decade team. Bench Perez and Concepcion. Bench is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Greinke. It's a 5. He needs a 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets a 7, and that's another strikeout by Greinke. Swing and a miss. Greinke feeling it. How many does he have? We shall see at game's end. He has quite a few. Perez is 0 for 3. Can Perez get a hold of one? Greinke has thrown 126 pitches, but has been most of all in the groove. The one hiccup, the 2-run pinch hit home run by Bobby Tolan. Here's the pitch to Perez. It's a 1. He needs a 2, 3, 12. He gets an 8. And that ball goes out to Peralta and left. Can to Corn, out number 2. The Diamondbacks 1 out away from advancing. The Reds 1 out away from elimination. Davey Concepcion trying to delay it for the Reds. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to the smooth fielding shortstop. It's a 3. This is good for Concepcion, and a 5. And Concepcion will single between Lamb and Owens into left. The game stays alive for 1 more out. And now it's up to Cesar Geronimo to try to keep the ball rolling. 2 outs. Again, the Diamondbacks. 1 more out, they advance. 1 more out, the Reds are done. Geronimo 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch to Cesar Geronimo. It's a 6. He needs a 2-6. He gets a 7. This ground ball goes to Drury. He needs a 6 on the 20-sided dice roll or less. It's a 17 G1. He needs an error now. It's an 11. This ball game is over, folks. Drury comes up with it, throws to Goldschmidt, and the Diamondbacks celebrate. They're on to round 2 with a 10-3 thrashing of the 70s Big Red decade team, which mostly made up of the Big Red Machine. Wow! Unbelievable. The Arizona Diamondbacks of 2017, a playoff team, crushed the Big Red Machine Reds 70s decade team, which was made by a fan using the all-time free agent file. So it is a career average of a player. Let's end that ball game. Oh, let's get the box score. I'm sorry. Box score. And let's bring the box score up for you. And that should be... Whoa, that takes up the whole screen, but that's okay. The box score should be coming up. Make sure I'm checking my second screen. So the Diamondbacks advance. There we go. The Diamondbacks advance. And let's just give you, Zack Greinke goes 9, something you don't see anymore. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. Again, the big hiccup, the pinch hit home run by Bobby Tolan. Walked 3, struck out 12 through 137 pitches. The Reds' pitching was just god-awful. Billingham, the starter, 4 2/3. He takes the loss. 9 hits, 6 runs. All of them earned. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He gave up 2 home runs to Owens and Peralta. Nolan pitched a third of an inning. He gave up a hit and a run and a home run, and that was to Drury. Hall pitched 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a run when he threw 2 consecutive wild pitches. Grimsley came in, pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, no runs. And so Grimsley was the lone bright spot in the pitching staff. He didn't give up any runs. Simpson didn't give up any runs either, so he got his 1 out. He did strike out. So Simpson and Grimsley combined to throw a little shutout ball. Was awful. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. That's bad. Bad. Player of the game, I'm going to have to go with co-players of the game. Zack Greinke and Owens. Drury with an honorable mention. Alrighty. For the Reds, who were god-awful, they had 5 hits. We're just going to give you the hits. Griffey had a hit. He was 1 for 4. Pete Rose was 0 for 3, but he knocked in a run on a sacrifice fly. Concepcion was 1 for 4. Geronimo was 2 for 4 and scored 2 runs. And Bobby Tolan, pinch hitter, hit a 2-run homer. Other than that, everyone made an out. Reds had 30 at-bats, 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 RBIs. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, A.J. Pollock 0 for 5, Peralta 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies. Goldschmidt 1 for 4, runs scored and a ribby. Lamb 2 for 5 with a run scored. Iannetta 1 for 4 with a run scored. Owens, co-player of the game, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Drury, honorable mention, 3 for 5, a run scored and 2 ribbies. We could have 3 players of the game, and you know what? We're going to do that. And Herman, the right fielder, was 0 for 1. Then Blanco came in to play right because Herman got hurt, and he was 1 for 4 with a ribby. And Greinke, the pitcher, not only did he pitch a fabulous game and get the complete game victory with 12 strikeouts, he was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. So the 2017 Arizona Diamondbacks advance with a 10-3 thrashing of the 70s Reds. The Reds they stay home. They don't advance. And that's the ball game. And we'll be back shortly with game number 3 in round 1. So now Red Sox fans saying thank you very much to Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Check out that wonderful channel. Also thank you to JD. Check out his channel. Thank you to T-Dub TV and What's Blazing in Sports. Check out those 2 marvelous channels. Thank you to Clinton Parks, another good channel, and also a friend of my channel, as all of these fine gentlemen are. So thank you, and if you watch later, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to continue on with our marathon. Be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. I have to reset the game. As OBS, you just can't continually stream because it'll shut down eventually. So until next time, which will be shortly, stay up for some early morning baseball. This is Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Health and happiness. Bye-bye. God bless. And as always, peace.